So, looking back at the car, especially, I was in shock. Like, I didn't know how to react. My sister got out, so did the driver, and I was still, as I said, I was screaming, please help them. They're still in the car. I was trying to tell them that there are still people there, so because we are out, it doesn't mean that we should leave instantly, that we should
were you in the back seat or in the front seat?
Please, I was in the front seat.
You were in the front seat?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, after I got out of the front seat, they got my sister from the back. That's when, all of a sudden, it caught on flames. And we were on the way to a hospital. I turned back and looked at the car, and that's when it hit me that there are people in it. My family are in the car. It really hits me.
Reverend?
Yes. Yes, so I believe you are as goosebumps all over.
No, because I was not there, but
yes.
Hearing her account,
yes, so
I'm trying to picture it, and I don't know what I would have done if I were in that situation.
We wouldn't want to remind the entire country, most especially the family, her friends and her cousin, who were part of it, and today they have gone to be with the Lord in such, tragic, way. We understand the devastation it will bring to the families, and so we want to use the platform to still ask the entire country to keep them in prayer. She believes in prayer herself, and she has come through prayer, and so we still want to seek prayers for them. And also we want to ask the entire country to continue to show care and concern, rally around them. That is the best way we can do now. We are their daughters now. We are their family now. We are that family they have lost. And so we should try to show up and be there for them. In fact, that is what Bella Kirsten has taken up, that, look, I'm going to stand for my friends. And she would say that herself because she's been through it. I mean, for a year at her age, to say that, no, I would not give up. There are other children who are also, or who have been through like that. And so, look, accident victim support, I mean, let's do this. You get it? And that's what we are doing. And indeed, her situation relates to about 1,000. Let me remind us all that every year we have at least 7 people that died in a day. We have 1 child involved. So you can calculate it in a day. 7 people, 1 child. I can articulate the number of children that have been involved. In fact, I said pictures of 21 children who were knocked down. I've sent it to your producer. They were knocked down at Nkoko. The car somersaulted. The children saw how the car started burning. They saw the evacuation. One of them instantly manifested. She went off. And when they were taken also to the hospital, they were left on the floor. So the trauma will have to increase for these children. And that's about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
You get it? It resonated with their issue as well. This is the situation. In fact, when we got there, the National Safety Authority, I remember Engineer David Osafa Dontim, good morning to him. He got furious. And he asked, Rev, what are we doing? I said, quickly, we have to, the hospitals, when accident victims are taken there and they don't have the money, they are left to die. And that is a fact. This is their month. This is the Accident Victims Awareness Month. And so we need to talk as it is.
Right.
So these children were on the floor, as you can see. So we have to now bring our money to make sure that they are taken from the floor to the wards and be given first-hand treatment. Why are we saying that? These are the future leaders. Imagine these girls that we are showing. Look at Bella Kirsten. This is a potential. This is a destiny. This is, let me say, a capacity which is going to grow to become beneficial and profitable for this country. And so imagine, she has been given a second life.
Right.
And that is what she's riding on now.
And in terms of what she's doing now, let's take a look at these videos. We'll come back and speak to Bella Kirsten to understand a year on what exactly she's seeking to do. So the message is clear. Babella, talk to me. What we just saw, is that an initiative you're undertaking now?
Yes, please. So these are my friends who came together to help me with my team. I have a team called Taking Breaks. It's basically talking about trying to advocate to other people on the road that it's not a joke. We're not laughing anymore. It's something, it's real and it's very serious and we should look at it. So the video we saw right now was me, a group of friends that came together. We said we're going to make a video to advocate on road safety. The people in these videos are the girls' best friends, seniors, cousin, sister, family. And this video it's heartbreaking to me to watch it again. I've seen it, but today it's come to me that everybody in that video lost someone and they experienced that accident in a different way, whether they were in it, whether they weren't, they experienced it and it impacted them. So these road accidents do not only impact the victims but family, the people around them. For me to go through this, for the other families to go through this, it's not easy. It's not easy for my mother, it's not going to be easy for my father or the people around us. Because I can assure you that when this accident happened, the weekend after was school. The whole school, we had to cut it.
Wow.
We had to stop. Everybody was grieving, everybody was in pain, nobody wanted to eat, nobody wanted to. It affected many people. So when someone makes a joke about this road safety thing, make a joke about speeding and stuff, it's not funny to me because I have been here, I've seen it, and I know what these accidents can do to us as individuals. And it's heartbreaking that some people see these victims, they have seen these accidents eye to eye, and they are not willing to take a change, stand for a change and advocate. Because I'm only 30, I'm here with you. I didn't sit back and say that I've gone through this, so I'm going to stay and grieve. But instead, I want to make a change. I want everybody to know this is not a joke, and we have to make a better change for our society, our country, for children like us.
You mentioned earlier that this is something that is going to stay with you. Do you still have flashbacks of the day?
Yes, please.
And how crucial is family support in times like these?
My family have been very supportive. I've had several counselors. And speaking of counselors, that's something every victim deserves. It's very unfortunate not everybody gets to come from a home where they can afford these supports, like counselors, people to help us mentally. But when it comes to cases like this, mental problems are crucial. After the scars, after the pain, one thing that will stay with you is the trauma. I've had support from my school counselor, Mr. William. He's been there to speak through this accident with me. We have spoken about it, and counseling is one big role in this. We, as a society, as Ghana, one thing I've realized is we take mental problems as a joke. We think it's not as important, but after this accident, I realized that these counselors are really needed. And it's unfortunately not everybody gets to have someone to talk to after something like this. I'm not fortunate like how my parents were able to support me. And it breaks my heart because I don't know what I would have done. I don't think I would have been here if it wasn't for my school counselor, if it wasn't for the counselors my dad had provided for me. I don't think I would have been here. So yes, flashbacks do come. But thanks to my family, counselors, prayers, reverend, and different supports, I've been able to slowly, and I'm gradually stepping on my feet.
I'm really proud of you, and I think you're one brave young woman, and you're doing something that is really amazing. I have daughters myself, and so I'm listening to you, and I'm imagining my daughter having to go through this, and then you're brave. You're brave. Keep it up. I really like that. Reverend, we're wrapping up the conversation this week.
Yes, so with all that she said, the past 5 years, especially after the accident, we decided to follow up. And from the accident, we've discovered that children who get involved does not get the opportunity she's had. So this year, one thing that we are pushing is the accident victims home. I send the pictures to them. So we have a land already. We have the plan as well. It's left with the money, to put it up. It's going to be a rehabilitation center, to undertake victims through what she's been. Look, those that get involved in accident, I'm sorry to say this, but I have to say it. Most of them are poor in a sense that they can access these things.
The services,
you understand, the services, that she has been able to go through. And I thank the parents and the school that we were not too much in them. We always have to call, well, this have been done, because we have the expertise. But we think that we should serve everybody, those that we take care of, the children. We have at least over 70% of children that get involved in accidents. Every year, 400 children in a year, that comes. And this year, we've lost about 2018 already. You can take the children out of it. You get. So we are pushing for the accident victims home, where we are going to build and offer these services to them, which will go a long way to help them to live. We believe that there is life after crash. Look at her. You don't see any scar on her, but her scar is deposited in her mentality, and she goes through post-trauma stress disorder. And that keep on coming. If you don't take it, one day that it will strike. You can go off it. So we are pleading with authority at this moment. The accident victims home is what we are pushing. This
is what we are looking at.
Yes, this is what we are looking at. It's going to be the first of its kind in West Africa, especially Ghana. That is when this one is achieved. So from next year, we are going to seek the support of all and sundry, especially John Dramani Mahama, the immediate past president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and all politicians, pastors will be coming to you. We believe that we will cut short a year by this time and begin this beautiful edifice that will serve the accident victims who we think that they have been neglected, rejected, and some way, somehow, we think it will never happen to us. It can happen to you. We say we are all vulnerable, but we are serving Ghana, saving lives.
Absolutely. Reverend Cyril Benedict Crab, he is the president of the Accident Victim Support Foundation. Very brilliant idea there. And also you heard Bella Kirsten Mensa Boatin speaking with us. And so for those who want to support, in fact, it's not about you wanting to support. We all must support because, like he said, you sometimes think it's so far from you. Your Mercedes-Benz cannot necessarily save your life. Your V8 might not be able to save your life. But when we put up this edifice and the services are available, so please, let's all donate to support a worthy cause. The number is that the mobile money number. You can donate a CD, and if 30 million people are donating a CD each, we are getting this done in no time.
Someone said I should mention my personal number.
The number is on the screen.
My personal number. 0246 869214.
Right.
0246.
But that's your personal number. Yes. We don't want to confuse people because they might be sending it to a different number. So the number on the screens is what you send. And if you want to get in touch with Reverend Crab as well, Facebook is there.
Yes.
Just get the victim support Ghana, and they would respond to you. Bella, I'm super, super proud of you. And being a victim now, a survivor and also a strong advocate, we're proud.
She's done so well.
We're proud of you.
We are super proud.
God bless you, and God bless your family.
And thank you too, and thank your entire team, GHOne. God bless you so much.
Reverend, thank you so much for coming.
Pleasure.
And we'll be having more discussions.
Sure. I'll come again.
Days. Well, this is G today on GHOne Television. I am Joshua Kojo Mensah. We'll now be crossing over briefly as well.
some people have been walking alone these days, interestingly. I'm here with Joshua Kojo Mensah,
Absolutely.
the sugar boy.
Hey, see, in everything, just relax. Now, sugar boy. But good morning and welcome to the show this morning. It's a beautiful Wednesday morning, and you saw that interview with
A survivor.
the survivor of that East Legon crash, and I remember the emotions while I was speaking to her. She's a brave girl, 13 years at the time, and a year on, she's now become an advocate for road safety. And she touches on the fact that, you see, we do not have established structures that deal with trauma. And so if you're someone who cannot afford the services of these psychologists and the likes, when something like this happens to you,
have to
you're
deal with it
basically left
yourself.
to your fate. But then her parents were able to afford that for her. And
that is a wake-up call for this country, that we need certain structures in place. Imagine yesterday, the gender minister, I engaged Angela Dramina in the afternoon, and she mentioned that, nationally, her facility is the only shelter available.
Yeah.
ACT Foundation. Yesterday, the gender minister also spoke to us on Star News, and she equally alluded to the fact that we do not have such shelters. Imagine a country, after how many years, after over 60 years of independence, we do not even have shelters for abused persons, shelters where people can seek refuge. We're now thinking about establishing 16 centers. But what about starting with just one?
Absolutely.
You know?
And it's one of the things that as a people we've always talked about, Agenda 111. We scatter a lot of projects around, but we do not complete one. And let's just start one at a time. And with time, we'll be able to get to where we need to get to. But then, quite a thrilling interview with the little lady. But then, welcome again to the show. But let's start this morning with the quote. And the quote for this morning is from Mandino, who says, "Always do your best. What you plant now, you will harvest later. Always do your best. What you plant now, you will harvest later." In Akan,
whatever you sow today, you will definitely reap it. Interesting one there. That's our way of motivating you this morning. But let's help you speak better English and then write it as well.
Today's word is W-O-O-Z-Y, woozy. It's an adjective. Woozy simply means feeling weak or ill and unable to think clearly. Let's exemplify it. I felt very woozy this morning. I could hardly get up for work. Woozy.
Woozy. Yeah. At least we are not feeling woozy this morning.
Because that way you can't think. we are thinking. We are thinking.
Yes.
So we
we cannot afford to be woozy. But that's our word for you this morning. Let's pump you up. It's a beautiful Wednesday morning as you go about earning your keep.
I'm going to invite my little brother from Ghana, Stoneboy.
And Stone Boy.
And you know what Manoji means?
No, what does it mean?
Like you're staying on course. Keep doing it. Just stay in line.
Well, we're on course, yeah.
Yeah, boko nenema.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
that's what boko do you understand?
Oh, yes. Anyway, so that's our way of pumping you up for a beautiful Wednesday. Let's go to court. Captain has joined us. Captain, good morning.
Yes, I have joined the two of you. Good morning. Joshua Kojomen.
What are you, sir?
Great note. Yes, I'm here. You get it. How are you guys doing?
Oh, we're doing awesome.
Can't complain.
Yeah, for that, no excuse. We have to come and serve Mother Ghana, you know.
Absolutely.
Who are in the comfort of their homes and have to do the work.
And those who are stuck in traffic.
Absolutely.
Trying to grind to earn a keep, you know. But others may be grinding in the courts.
Oh, definitely. You know, the institutions are set up in such a way that depending on what you do and what you get yourself involved in, where you be, and the law courts are there, or it's there for persons who are not following what the rules and regulations are, the laws of our land. If you do not follow it as it is, then one of the places that you are likely to visit is the court. And you may be a regular visitor of the court. If you happen to be on the wrong side of what took you to court, then you end yourself up in the prisons. Very, very interesting. So that is how it starts and all of that. But let me start from the office of the Judicial Service Staff Association of Ghana. GHOne notes that last week, was it Friday? That was the day before yesterday, right?
That was Monday.
That was Monday. The president award GHOne the Chief Justice, Justice Paul Bafuboni, and the JUSAC has issued a statement. And that statement was dated November 18. And
which was yesterday.
Yeah, that was yesterday. To congratulate the Chief Justice on his nomination. Let me go through the statement quickly with you. So, as headed, this is from the Judicial Service Staff Association of Ghana, JUSAC. JUSAC congratulates Chief Justice Paul Bafuboni, and he states that the Judicial Service Staff Association of Ghana wishes to congratulate His Lordship Justice Paul Bafuboni on his appointment as the 16th Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana. Your decades of judicial industry, perseverance, fidelity to the law and the spirit of the law, wisdom, and exceptional emotional intelligence make you the best fit for the topmost judicial job of our dear nation. It went on to say that, Lord Chief Justice, your appointment as the head of the judiciary and the judicial service comes at the time the independence of the judiciary is on trial, following years of perceived loss of confidence in the third arm of the state. Though the period of your tenure is short, and I told you about the fact that Justice Paul Bafuboni will be serving for a year, a month, and today, if you count the days, 7 days.
Yes.
Right? Okay, so keep reminding you. So though the period of your tenure is short, so much is expected of the Ghanaian people and staff of the judiciary and the judicial service. Indeed, so much has to be done to transform the image of the judiciary and the judicial service to boost the dwindling confidence of Ghanaians in the judiciary. Your tenure shall be measured not by the length of leadership, but by the magnitude of the impact witnessed by people who consume the services of justice delivery. We know you. We have experienced you, and we are very confident that we are confident in your ability to deliver the desired outcomes that meet the test of our contemporary times. During the period of your acting role, we witnessed significant developments that give us hope that the welfare, professional development, and integrity of the service would be prioritized. For Judicial Service Staff Association of Ghana, JUSAC, you have our fullest support in the pursuit of your strategic vision providing Ghanaians with equal access to quality justice. And Lord Chief Justice, congratulations once again. Long live judiciary, long live judicial service, and long live democracy, and then long live Mother Ghana. And this is signed by the President of the Judicial Service Staff Association of Ghana, Mr. Samuel Afote Utu. So the staff whom he will be working with are saying congratulations to Justice Paul Bafo-Boni on his appointment, and so as the next Chief Justice of Ghana.
Well, it's in order. Now he's their boss
your
officially.
Are happy to have you.
you know when you're coming home from a trip, and they say, "Mommy, this one is Daddy."
You know. So at this particular point in time, Justice Paul Bafo-Boni is a mother.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a mother. So the children, if you're a mother, wherever you go when you are coming, you need to buy some panel for the kids. You get it.
Something small for the girls. Anyway,
so congratulations, Justice Paul Bafo-Boni.
Absolutely, congratulations are in order to him. Ken Ofori-Atta, others charged.
Ejebu.
But
the name that could you mentioned is not in here.
Nanaya
should have featured.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's quite lengthy, maybe.
Yeah. So
the ink got finished.
So on your screens now, it's giving you some update on from the Office of the Special Prosecutor in relation to the former Finance Minister, Kenneth Nanayao, and then you can fix the name that Kojo Mensah mentioned, Ofori-Atta, the former Finance Minister. On this charge sheet, what you should note is that he's at large. We cannot find him. The OSP cannot find him. So making processes to have him. The second person is Endes Dako Akori, former technical advisor, Finance Ministry. Emmanuel Kofi Inti, former GRA Commissioner General. The fourth person, Reverend Dr. Amishadai Owusu Amwa, former GRA Commissioner General. Then the fifth person is Isaac Rentel, former Commissioner of Custom, GRA. Then Colonel Kojo Damwa is a member of Parliament currently.
Yes, right? Yes.
He's also featured here as a former Commissioner of Custom, GRA. Evans Edusei, CEO of SML. Then the last person, the last accused person, entity, the Strategic Mobilization Ghana Limited. So these are the 8 accused persons that the OSP has charged them, and 78 count, Lily, quickly, 16 count of conspiracy in various charges that have been leveled against them, a count of attempting to commit criminal offense, of influencing the procurement processes, 16 count, in fact, a lot of them, willful oppression, 4 count of them, 6 count of directly influencing procurement processes, 2 count of false certificates by public officer, and a lot of them, a lot of them. But the point is that they will have to appear before in court, and that is the trajectory. Look at how it started from January when the OSP started to tell us that there's something that the former finance minister will have to look at until March. We heard so many things. It went on in September, and now we are having the OSP come out to say that, look, Ken Ofori-Atta, enough is enough. Now we need you. If you are not coming, we are filing charges. But it has to be proven that he's aware of the charges that have been filed.
Exactly.
If he's not aware, all the processes will be truncated or will be activated, I beg your pardon. And then, if possible, the trial will have to take place in absentia, in his absence. So trial by absentia. And at the end, whatever punishment that will be meted out to him will be there waiting for him.
What's the update on the appeal of Gucci youngster, Sexy Dondo?
Yeah, Sexy Dondo. So now Sexy Dondo will have the window of opportunity to go and test the verdict delivered by the jury.
The hung jury.
Yeah, the hung jury. On the 4th of December, 7-member panel said that, look, the Sexy Dondo, 4 of us believe that you are not guilty. 3 believe that you are guilty. And the law is saying that it is so close to punish for, especially looking at the severity of the punishment, life imprisonment. It is too close, so it means no decision. So then it has to go for a retrial. He said that the judge, Justice Lydia Osemafo, as he then was now a justice of the Court of Appeal, misdirected the jury, and they think that he's going to the Court of Appeal to have it challenged. So A date will be fixed. Yesterday, he appeared before the court, the Criminal Court 5, handling the case. Justice Kizita Nako Akwashi is currently on leave because she sat during the legal vacation. Justice Marie Louise Simmons handled this case, and it has been adjourned to December 3. So December 3, there will be an update in relation to when the retrial is beginning. But then he will also be waiting for the second highest court of the land to give him an update on his appeal for mistrial.
The SkyTrain project?
Yes, Professor Christopher Mwekumfi, Solomon Asamoah, today they are back in court, and the reason they are back in court is that the trial has begun. First prosecution witness in the witness box, Mr. Yao Odame Dakwa, a former board member of GAVE between 2017 and 2020, and he is making the point that at no point in time was the issue of SkyTrain discussed, and even to the extent that funds were approved for that process. He makes the point that none of that has been done. Cross-examinations on lawyers of Solomon Asamoah, the first accused person led by Victoria Bath, are subjecting him to scrutiny. Cross-examination today, they will continue before Justice Audrey Kokuvite. When they are done, Professor Christopher Mwekumfi, the second accused person's lawyers, will also take over Yahweh Champo, and his team will also subject him to cross-examination. So that is one of the things that we should expect today happening in court.
OSP versus Charles Bissiou?
OSP again.
OSP again.
So OSP Charles Bissiou, yes. So this case is in Charles Bissiou, one Raphael Mensah, and a doctor, Dr. Nadede Tego. Anytime I mention Nadede.
Yes.
So the three of them.
Not our Nadede.
Not our Nadede. The three of them are before the court in relation to some issues that the OSP think that they have involved themselves in corruption activities and all of that. The trial is just about starting, but there's an issue about the mode in which the first prosecution witness will testify. The OSP is asking the court to allow the witness testify in camera. They say that he is an undercover investigator. He works with Anas, Arimiya Anas. And the lawyers are saying that even if you are an investigative journalist, just go to Google, click Anas, Arimiya Anas. The one that we know is a key investigator, and the picture that So there's nothing injurious about the witness testifying in the open court. Justice Audrey Kokuvite today will make a ruling as to whether the witness should testify in camera or should sit in the open court and testify. So these are the two main cases that are happening. But of course, the others that will come up as and when we have an update. We'll bring more on that. So that's all for court today.
All right, Captain. Thank you very much. That should do for court today. my sugar, he's always been my sugar boy, you know. We take a quick sugar break. When we return, I settle my guests. You know. Still GH today here on GHOne team. It's time for the breakfast review. And I told you that, on Wednesdays is an all-female ensemble, and my guests have joined me this morning. This morning I've been joined by Laura Tumusasaka. She is a member of the NPP Communications team. Vivian Owusu-Asante is Deputy CEO of Maslock in charge of operations. Good morning, ladies. Good morning, Vivian. This is our first time meeting. You are welcome. How's Maslock doing?
Maslock is doing well. As my boss said some time back, we are still on our recovery processes, and I must say it's going on well.
It's going on
So
well.
we're still pushing.
Still pushing. That's quite interesting. Well, today we're not talking about Maslock. Laura, how have you been?
I'm good.
It's good to
how
see
have you been? Good to see you too.
I'm doing awesome as always.
We can't complain.
We can't complain. We're there inside. Well, we cannot complain, but sometimes we need to complain. Over the weekend, there was a video circulating on social media, a very barbaric one, where a man was seen beating his wife. And thankfully, someone videoed it, even though now our cybersecurity laws are in caution because the video was circulated on social media. However, it is as a result of that the authorities swiftly acted upon. The perpetrator in question has been arrested. The victim, well, she fled the scene. I pray and hope. Yesterday, the police released a statement that she was not found at the scene as at the time of arresting the victim and his siblings. I pray and hope that by now she's reported herself to the police and that necessary protection is given her. But it also brings to bear the social protection of the vulnerable in this country. Yesterday, I engaged Angela Dramina-Boaji, and it's quite unfortunate to note that in the whole of Ghana, she's the only one who has a shelter for persons like these. Yesterday, we engaged the Minister for Gender, Children and Social Protection, and she equally acknowledged that, yes, we do not have shelters in place, and government is going to put in place 16 shelters across the country. But after how many years of independence, we do not have adequate protection for persons like these. It is quite a shame. Ladies, good morning again. Is this not a shame that after over 60 years of independence, we're still talking about shelter for persons who are abused? Vivian, let me start with you.
Good morning, and before I start, let me say a good morning to the President of the Republic, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, our Vice President, Her Excellency Professor J. Nana Opoku-Agyeman, and the First Lady, Mrs. Lordina Mahama. We in government were horrified with the happening we all saw on viral. And Ghana has come far. Sure. And we least expected this. And I keep wondering why women are mostly at the disadvantage. How on earth will a man take such an action just to strip a woman naked, beat the woman? From the story I heard, there was a passerby. The person trying to...
The man locked him out.
Yes, he knocked him out, locked the door, meaning he really wanted to deal with the woman. And I asked myself, what at all did the woman do to deserve this? And I thank God the police responded swiftly. And the man has been arrested. And I believe the necessary investigation is ongoing, and he will be dealt with. And thankfully, the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection has also come out. And what they are saying is they will make sure whatever assistance the police need from them, they will give to them. And believe me, President Mahama is committed to strengthening the already structures that we have, because we cannot continue to sit for people to abuse women. Abusing a woman is not a private issue. it becomes legal issue. And for that matter, I believe this man will be dealt with. And this should also serve as a deterrent to the men out there who have been abusing the women. And you see, sometimes you don't get it. It's just about something, small issue, escalate to that extent. And I don't get it. I just went through over the video and I said to myself, what really happened? And I understand there was a woman, a co-tenant, who had filmed this incident. And she was even prevented of showing up the video. And I'm also glad the police has also invited or arrested the siblings of this man in question. But there are already structures. As citizens, we all have to be whistleblowers. When you see such an act, report it. We have the unit of DOCSU with the police as an institution. If you are a victim, just go there and report. And I believe the necessary measures will be taken. Because
but have we provided enough safe havens for these persons, for these victims?
I must say the government is doing well. The government is doing
in terms of, because in your manifesto, one of the critical things you mentioned for women is the provision of 16 shelters. Today is 19 November, so it means you've been in power for 10 months. We have not had, in any shape or form, was it captured in the budget?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
And I must say, this is the 2026 budget, and we believe and hope, I am sure, that by the end of 2026, we're going to have all these structures in place. So there was a provision of over
2.76 billion.
Yeah. Yes. So I believe it will take care of these structures so that, women will be free. But I will tell my fellow women, don't sit down to be abused. Whatever you are going through, come out with it. If you cannot even confine with a relative, go to these institutions. You can go to the social welfare department, talk to them. If you need counseling, they will do it for you. If they have to aid you to get somebody to, come in for you, they will do it. Because
now that you mentioned the budget, in 2025, in the Gender Ministry Social Protection Program, that was a 2.76 I mentioned billion.
Yeah.
How far with that? What did we use that for? If that alone was allocated for 2.76 billion, because if in 2026 the government is going to get additional 3 billion more in 2025 alone, the 2.6 billion, where is it? Where are the sites for the social protection centers? We have not seen any. We have not heard of any.
Okay. So thank you. We already have deficits, so we are trying to break the gap. But don't also forget, we have this crime scenes. Not too long ago, there was this misunderstanding between two tribal groups, and a whole lot happened there. Gender Ministry has to step in and make some provisions. And you see, all these go into the budget. That is why I earlier stated that if you are a victim, don't sit down. Come out with the issue so that it does not escalate for us to spend monies around where we are not supposed to spend the money, so that we can physically use these monies for the betterment of the women, because women are vulnerable. And I must say, President Mohammed is committed, and just give us some few months and you will see all this being implemented.
Okay. Loranto.
Lily, watching, good morning to our viewers and anyone watching us. You know, I couldn't watch the video, continue. You know how it's like, it's so sad, it's heart-wrenching that you have to keep taking your eyes off, but the commentary that came with that video
That is an everyday occurrence.
was, because if this is happening to her every day, and it had to take a neighbor to even hide to video it. So you can imagine what this woman is going through. And this is not just abuse. It's just barbaric. It's unacceptable. I don't think any cultural practice, any religious practice, any sane human being would do what the man did. And it must be condemned in no uncertain terms. True. But this is what we have seen because someone was thoughtful enough
to tape it.
The ones that we don't hear of. How many are those? I was having a discussion with a friend who were going through the statistics for some of these things. Yes, it's not only women that get abused, but with the statistics we have, it's 1 out of every 3 women is going through this. So let's even say there are 10 million women. That's a lot. And the first half year of 2024 alone, we had about 81 women committing suicide and over 540 attempting. So it's not something that we can say doesn't require the necessary attention. We all need to be involved. We talk about social protection systems. The Domestic Violence Act 732, was passed in 2007. How far have we implemented it? We have DHOne units. How well are they resourced? And this doesn't border on just one regime. This is a national
concern.
Yes. And I can say that probably every regime has tried to do something about it. But what has been done so far? How are we building on it? So DHOne is there. We have lines. But apart from all these structures, the acts, there's a gender policy, the other frameworks within the gender and social protection ministry. All these frameworks, all these acts, all these policies, how have their implementation been? I was trying to do some search on a plan for gender-based violence within our gender ministry. And you realize that there's no one-stop shop. There's no one plan, overarching plan for it. I mean, you have some dealing with ending child issues. You have one dealing with ending women issues. You have one dealing with other social protection issues. But that holistic plan to deal with the issues is not there. But apart from having all these structures, yes, we can have shelters. We can have DHOne units. We have gender desks across the country. Let's even assume, for the sake of the conversation we are having, that they are well-resourced or adequately resourced. If we all don't get involved, like this person who taped this video,
protection for her.
I mean, in the spirit of see something, say something. Because violence, abuse in any form, is just not acceptable. And it's not something that any right-thinking human being should condone. So even if we put all these structures, even if shelters are built in every district, and we are not reporting, we are not shaming people, abusers, we are not making it a no-go area. So I think that the other layer to build on these frameworks, these acts, these policies, shelter, what DHOne is doing, what the gender units are doing, I think that we must all see it as something. Because this, in the long run, also leads into mental health. Because this woman is under a lot of stress, and it also puts some level of burden on our health budget, too. So it cuts across. Or should I say, it's a cross-cutting issue. Now, police have to spend resources. Gender ministry has to spend resources. This woman needs health care. So it's a cross-cutting issue that we need a more coordinated effort to do it. But I will still go with we seeing something and saying something and making it. I mean, community reporting. Nobody should be the bad one because they reported an abuse case. No woman should be stigmatized.
Because in this particular instance, now there's a talk of breaching the cybersecurity law because of the state of the woman.
Yeah.
However, we also need to look at education for
breach of what?
The cybersecurity law, because the woman was naked and it was circulated.
Exactly.
Yes. So
indecent exposure.
Exactly. So we also need to look at reporting lines and people being shielded when they report. Very often, I can tell you that I know people who have reported cases, domestic violence cases, and they keep saying they're chasing a wild goose.
Because families end up going to beg. It's taken out of court. And those are the things we should discourage ourselves from doing. A crime is a crime. Abuse is a crime. What the man did is a crime.
Yeah. Imagine his siblings attacking the lady who taped this.
Yes. There's no justification for this. And I mean, if you have families endorsing some of these acts, we have a long way to go. Yeah. So that's why we need to be able to encourage community reporting. I mean, the hotlines and all those lines that DOPSU and the other units are, we need to be able to use it. Definitely, there will be people who prank and all those things, just like the way we have with the fire service and the police. But I must also commend the rapid response of the police and the rapid condemnation by the gender ministry. Yeah. I mean, because a couple of months back, we've had issues that they've been very tardy at responding to. But this one, they came in timely, and we must comment. And this is the kind of rapid response that we must all encourage and utilize the systems. And the other fundamental thing is collaboration between imams, pastors, the community, chiefs and queen mothers. We really need to do that, because in some communities, it ends up in the chief's palace. In some communities, it ends up in the pastors, with the pastors or the imams. If they understand some of these things critically and are able to separate the fact that there are family issues that need to be dealt with by the imam or dealt with by the pastor or dealt with, and they are criminal, they are crimes that security agencies need to deal with. If we're able to decouple some of these things, then we'll have a safer place, and probably wouldn't need so much to also put in all these other systems. Because once the systems are there and they are not even being utilized, and the more we use them and the more we test these systems, that is how we can make them better and improve on them. I mean, with the way the world is going now, there's no point reinventing the wheel when it comes to anything. And I think that it should be something that we should all be passionate about, just as we are passionate about health, just as we are passionate about the economy, about education. We should be passionate about gender-based violence. And this is not only limited to women. Men also get abused. But I mean, with our cultural setting and women, men are supposed to be the stronger ones and all that. They are shy of being called weak and all that, so they don't report. And we can only deal with the statistics that we have available. And the statistics tilt towards women being the majority when it comes to gender-based violence. So we all need to be able to do it. Reporting an abuse, walking away from an abusive person. And these abuse, they don't start by the person just hitting. It starts with verbal abuse. It starts with, because the moment, for me, I always tell someone, the moment you tell me I'll hit you, I'm gone even before you raise your hand. You know, but once the person is able to, the mind is a very interesting thing. Once the person is able to muster that courage and say, I will beat you, I will hit you, I will do this, they will do it. The mind registers it. The next moment they are overly angry, that's the next course of action. You know, so don't let us pamper abuse. Don't let us cry. And it's not only physical abuse that we should be worried about. Verbal abuse. It's a no-no. Mental abuse. You know, and a lot of education needs to go into this. But like I said, It's cross-cutting, and we need a lot of collaboration between the relevant agencies to be able to, and especially we, the citizenry, we need to be involved and know, and we live in communities. I'm sure if we go to communities, people know the abusers, people know people who do these things. But it's like everybody is minding their business. But it could be you, it could be your daughter, it could be your son, it could be your father, it could be your mother.
Don't you think we have shied away from how we used to live in the back, in the far back, where people, we used to have this community orderliness. We used to have this oneness where we were each other's keeper. Today, it's we live in silos.
So, Lily, like I was telling someone 2 days ago, one of the things that has really kept us as a nation and also helped with our national cohesion is the boarding school system. The other one, too, is the external family system, which we've lost. We've become very individualistic now.
It used to be very communal.
Yes, and we've also gotten to the point where caregivers, especially in our education sector, don't have the kind of leverage they used to have when some of us were growing up. You are even afraid to tell your mother or father that you were punished in school.
You dare not.
Now we have parents going to fight teachers for. I mean, some go overboard, which has to be dealt with. But we have parents fighting teachers for doing that. When we were growing up, your auntie, your neighbor, whoever could correct you. It doesn't happen anymore. Your mother, your father, or whoever your guardian is, will let them know that it's not their business. How I want to raise my child
is entirely my business.
So we've lost that communal spirit that we used to have, and it's affecting everything. It's made us very selfish people. It's made us very greedy people, and it's affecting every aspect of our lives as a people. And those are some of the things we need to look at. National reorientation. I remember late Vice President you had this initiative of campaign against greater indiscipline. So we need to look at all those things. And like I always say, some of these things go beyond a government. It's us as a people. It's our community leaders, our chiefs, our queen mothers, our pastors, our imams, the people that we revere. If we start reorienting ourselves into those things. There are some communities that we grew up in, and one of the things that you are told is that, people from this community don't steal. But is that the case now?
Today, no.
It's not, because we are virtually losing that moral fiber that used to make us the go-to nation. We are becoming like everyone now, and we need to look at it. And that's what is also causing a lot of our social protection issue. Because if this man had an elder from the first day that he did what he did to the woman, called him to order, and he knows that someone is watching, probably if he's a sane person, he would have stopped. But most people don't even have people that will call them to order when they are going up, because most of these people are the ones who are breadwinners. And it's like everything in our nation now has been reduced to money.
True.
No matter where the conversations go, it's reduced to money.
Down to money.
It's reduced to material. So we are losing that love for ourselves, that being each other's keeper, all the things that we learn in our various faiths. How we are practicing them is even, because now you even find some of our leaders within our region justifying some of these things. So it's a whole national reorientation that we need to look at. Because if you have a nation that has gotten to the point where you are assessed or you are addressed by the way you are dressed and what you're driving, you shouldn't expect less. People will cut corners to do what they are supposed to do. And we need to look at all these things. And state institutions come in. But like I said, it doesn't stop with just the government. It is about us and what we prioritize and what we want to be.
So, Lily, the question that came to mind was, we all heard the woman has just flee. So the question is, where has she been? What is happening to her?
Very good question.
Right now, we all don't know. Because I expected that when the police arrested the man, she would probably join the police to assist in investigation.
You know what abuse does to you? It normalizes the incident. It makes you feel that is the norm. So, probably, like, you know, the narrative in the video said, this happens every day. She feels that is probably her breadwinner. It's normal. Maybe I am at fault. Maybe I caused it. So she fled the incident. She fled the scene for fear of her husband seeing that she's the one that reported. But in this instance, if you listen carefully to that video, she mentioned that
yeah.
So she anticipated the worst.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we don't have enough systems in place to shield persons like this. So she has to flee for her life. We don't know where she is.
But the police should know.
Yeah, we are concerned about her.
The police should know.
The police in the statement said that she fled the scene.
But the police should know. They need to be able to look for her. Look, it may just be one woman, but accountability must start from somewhere. Yeah. So she even fleeing tells you the kind of fear she harbors in her. It's like she wasn't married to someone that, you know, and I always tell people, marriage is supposed to be enjoyed, not endured. Yeah. But it's like this woman has endured so much. The man is no longer seen as the husband. He's seen as more like a slave master. And it's like he wields so much power. And if unfortunately for her, she doesn't come from a family where people understand these things, who is she going to tell? Yeah. So I think that the police must make it an interest to look for her and protect her. Because if she's lived with this man has abused her all these years, and their first instinct is to hide. There's more to it than just what we have seen. You know? And she kept asking, it's like apologizing. She doesn't even know what she's done.
Yes.
She was apologizing for, it's like, if I've done anything,
I am sorry.
I'm sorry. She doesn't even know what she's done. You know, so I think that the police need to really, and they have the systems in place to track down anybody of interest that they want to.
I agree.
So, I wanted to pass a comment on what you just said. You see, it will interest you that sometimes they may be in marriage with this abusive act. You go back to your parents to complain to them. They will tell you, oh,
manage.
Just manage, go back.
We all have been through, you know, your husband is your head. Listen to your husband.
They're just dying off.
And the head is mad.
Yes. We will
the head is rotting. What happens to the body?
So we will just plead with our families. Once your daughter...
You know, social protection should start from the family.
Oh, yes, exactly. Exactly. That's what she mentioned. Education is very key. And it's one of the things the gender ministry is taking up to do. At least we should go back to our roots. We should go back to our root for this communal something that she mentioned. See something, say it. Don't pretend as if it is not about you. She's not part of you, he or she is not part of you. No, just say it, because saving one person will lead to the other. If not, we will continue to be in this act. And if care is not taken, the next thing we will hear might have been more than what really happened. So we will just plead with everyone. If you are a neighbor to someone, always be prepared to say something. Irrespective, regardless of the status, whatever. We are also pleading, once these corporates are brought into books, please don't follow up to beg. Don't follow up to beg. Let the Lord deal with them. Then the person will be dead dying. So there is no, something to learn from, because it has become normal. Oh, once I do this and it gets to the police station, I'll just go and we just settle it off and that is all. So it is just happening. As Lola said, you don't know what is happening there. There's somebody took the bold decision to film it. What about those who do not get the opportunity? They don't even have access to phone. What happens to them? So it's a national call.
Imagine if they didn't have a tenant.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Imagine if they didn't have a tenant.
Yeah. Even there
if it was just them in the house.
Somebody was just passing by. Oh, stop. So just drove the person away, had the courage to even lock the gate. Because the man really meant it. And I really want to figure out what the woman did.
But even if even if the woman
just
had killed somebody, you are not the law.
No.
You are not the law.
No, but will you even beat an animal like that? 2 sticks on a human being that you call your wife.
You drag her out naked.
And it doesn't make sense.
A woman.
Goodness. Another leg is the protection of the whistleblower. Because mind you, during the time of arrest, the family members of the siblings of the perpetrator wanted to attack her. That's why they were arrested. How do we also protect persons who blow whistles? Because
there's a Witness Protection Act, and I believe it stipulates some of these things. But how the police also implement it will encourage or discourage citizens from doing that. Because if now her identity is known and all that, so she also needs some level of protection. Exactly. But I think that the police shouldn't just say this person has, they can't find the person. Like we're all saying, they should show interest, because like this will be the beginning of discouraging some of these things. Let's build on it. Yes, a lot of people are through it. Just imagine even on our social media networks, when people are supposed to give anonymous information, the kind of information that comes out. I mean, some people who get that information go an extra mile to try to, because it's like the way society also sees women who leave their marriages. It's like it's the ultimate. And I always say, like, for us Muslims, one of the things I said is, Jannah is at the feet of your husband. It didn't say it's at the fisticuffs of your husband. So the fact that it's at the feet of if you are being abused, nobody is saying retaliate, but you need to have that courage to be able to speak to someone. Yes, maybe your parents may not want that stigma of their daughter having left marriage, right? Or being the family with a divorced woman, but your life matters. And we also need to be able to encourage women to love themselves. Nobody can love you more than you love yourself. If you don't love yourself, you can't even give love back. So you can give what you don't have. You can't pour from an empty cup. Sure. So it's the way you love yourself that also give you that courage and get. But look, it's difficult because of our social orientations. Some of us are lucky. We got empowered, we got trained by empowered women. We got trained by empowered men who understand that men and women are on a certain pedestal. It's not everybody who got that. And that comes to the reorientation, the education, the advocacy. Yes, a lot of women have been doing this. But it looks like the more the numbers increase, the more. And we must all those of us who have opportunities, who have voices, should be advocates of this. We should all kick against gender-based violence. And that doesn't exclude the men, because there are also men that are abused. But statistics doesn't favor them. But they should also speak up, because you can't just suffer in silence. At the end, what happens? You die or you get mental. No, so they should also speak up. Speaking up doesn't make you a weak man.
Doesn't make you a weakling at all.
It doesn't. It's actually speaking up makes you stronger. And it makes everyone appreciate the fact that you know what your worth is. And we need to be able to empower, especially young women. Yes, it's ideal. It's ideal to get married. It's ideal to settle. but not at the expense of your mental health and your life.
I agree. Okay, ladies, let's talk about the budget. Let's do a bit of postmortem of the 2026 budget as was presented by the Finance Minister last Thursday. We're looking at what's in it for us as women. There was the allocation for the Women's Development Bank and then the allocation for the Free Sanitary Pads Initiative. Beyond that, then what?
Beyond that, I think in the manifesto of the NDC, the Women Development Bank
features prominently.
Yes. So I was glad to have heard in the reading of the first budget some provision were made for the women, the establishment of the Women Development Bank. And the just read budget 2, we have been allocated with, I think, 400 million. And this is the minimum capital requirement for establishment of a bank. And I must commend the finance minister. And the first budget reading, 50 million was 51 was
51.3 million.
Yes, was provided. And people started asking, we haven't seen the operationalization of the Women's Bank, so why this provision? Forgetting that they have to do some preparatory work, and all this would have to come with budget. We have a technical team set, which is led by the Vice President, His Excellency GHOne, and I believe the establishment of the Women's Bank is very critical because looking at the population of Ghana, we have chunk of the population to be women, and women thrive so well. Women are vulnerable. When it comes to collateralization, you go to the formal banks, women are unable to provide them. So President Mohammed thought it wise that why don't we get a special bank for these women, where women in entrepreneur can go there, get huge sum of monies, invest or inject into their businesses, where they can also employ other people. And I get surprised when people say, oh, we already have banks in the system, so why this? Why is this so special? But me, I see it to be a very important initiative. And I am glad the 24-hour market has been allocated for, and the local government minister has instructed all the MMDCs to start with this initiative. And I believe this 24-hour markets will be where we will be having the Women's Development Bank. This market will constitute, let's say, a clinic, a daycare, where a woman goes to the market and you don't have to bother taking your child to a school where you think at around 4 or 5 you have to rush and go and get your child. Everything will be put in place. And Lily, one interesting thing is, women, like I mentioned earlier, do so well with whatever you give to them. So this bank is going to help the women. The president says there will be a reduction of interest. So if I am a woman and I think I go to the formal banks and I am unable to meet their requirement, it will be an opportunity for me to go to the Women's Bank because it is solely going to cater for women. I'll go there, you talk to your fellow woman. She will listen to you. She will understand you and give you this money to start something which will thrive. And you see, when you give, let's say, 1,000 Ghana cedis to a woman, trust me, in the next 3 months, she will double it. She will double it. So it is very important. We see our women in an entrepreneur. They need money. They'll go to the formal banks. And the the kind of requirement becomes so cumbersome for them that they are unable to meet the requirement. And it prevents them from doing what they are supposed to do to, establish themselves and also help others. So I believe that with this establishment of the Women Development Bank, it will go a long way. One other important thing we haven't captured is, it will also reduce this unemployment rate that we have currently. Because I foresee this Women Development Bank employing over thousands, because it is going to be operational within all the system regional capitals, talk less of the district offices. And we will need people to work, especially women. We will need women. And if you empower a woman, she does so well. She does so well. So I will plead with all other state agencies to support this initiative. That President Mohammed, he has women at heart, because he knows what women can do. Some of us, we had the opportunity to be empowered by some people. You go back to the smaller communities, you see how women are struggling. It's so pathetic. That is why we want to take banking to the doorstep of women at our various communities, so that they will just have the free will to go there. They will go and make their deposit anytime. You can just go and withdraw. And this Women Development Bank will be in operation 24 hours. And people will say, how is it possible? It is possible. Let us start. We will get there.
It is possible. Okay.
It is possible. Yeah. And this, in the Women's Development Bank, it is possible. So they should, like I have been saying, they should give us space. Once we get into 2026, we will start with the structures. We already, like I said, there is a technical team. They are looking at all this.
So the 51 million was for technicalities?
Yes, you know.
Reconnaissance of a sort?
But was it disbursed?
Oh, Laura, I think some provisions were made.
Okay.
So, like I said,
not the entire 51 million?
No, not the entire 51. So
are you able to furnish us with how much?
Come again?
Are you able to furnish us with how much?
No, I cannot. Okay. I cannot speak to that.
Okay.
I cannot speak to that, honestly. But I think with some preparatory work, with establishment of the technical team, has to come with a budget, like I said. So they should trust that. We have been transparent with this. There will be accountability with this budget allocation. So I believe that this Women Development Bank is going to help women to thrive very well, so that at least we can also be empowered and do something and, help the economy grow.
Lily, I've always maintained that anything or any policy that has the intention or the end game as empowering women must be supported. But the challenge with the current administration is reducing everything to PR.
How so?
That's the problem we're having. We heard the comments, and when Vivian was talking, for a moment I was like, look, when are our competitors going to snap out of the campaign mood and actually be in governance mood and deliver? And we will, and we will, and we will, and we will. It's been almost a year. We are still saying we will, still giving campaign talk. The allocation in the 2025 budget for Women's Bank was 51.3 million. Vivian said some disbursements were done, but following the debate in Parliament yesterday, the indication was that nothing was disbursed.
Okay.
In 2026, there's an estimated allocation of 401 million. Which is just 1 million more than the required capital, the capital requirement for setting up a bank. So I think that until we see where going, it is difficult to believe what our compatriots in government are saying. because some of these things were like your flagships, right? If you take Nana Akufo-Addo's flagship, it was free SHS, which thankfully they are continuing. And when you even look at it in the realm of girls, research shows that there's been increase of enrollment or girls completing senior high school, about some 14% points, So those are the things we want to see. Yes, great. There are free sanitary pads and allocation has been made for it. We saw that the girls received those things. Let it continue. It's great. It helps with social protection. It helps with girls not going to skipping school, losing at least 3 days in school. It's fantastic. But all these things that we are talking about comes to economic power. Vivian works with Maslock. When you ask her about Maslock, she was a big jittery. I'm wondering how much Maslock was even allocated. Right. So women's banking.
Is it adequate? Your allocation, was it adequate?
We haven't still heard from them. But you see, I am not here to talk about Maslock.
No, I'm not. We are not talking about Maslock.
No, I just asked a passing question.
Using it as an example because you work there. Maslock is one of the initiatives or
that
one of the institutes that supports SMEs. We have the National Entrepreneurship Innovation Program and all that. So how are those ones being strengthened? You get it? There's a lot of allocations for a lot of things. The government is going to buy 4 jets and 2. Maybe that's their priority. But what about the nursing trainees or trained nurses and trained teachers staying at home? Nothing is going to happen to them in 2016. And all these things affect women. Because when it comes to those vocations, a chunk of the people in there are women. So yes, it's fantastic to know that there's a bank that women can go to. But whilst you are still promising that, the existing ones, how are you strengthening them? How are you allocating funds to them to also perform so that Maslock, for instance, won't be all over the place dragging people and doing media recovery? If they had some substantial allocations to also help these SMEs whilst all these big ticket things come in. One of the things we talk about is levels of unemployment, and it was key in the run-up to the election. They came up with the 133 formula. We are not even hearing anything about it. There was no significant allocation for it in 2025. In 2026, it's some 110 million. But the champion of 24-hour economy, Mr. Gusitano, says we need 4 billion to achieve the 24-hour economy with their 133 formula that they proposed. So how do you juxtapose this with a quantum of money? What's the plan? Came in the previous administration, one of the main sources of revenue was the e-levy and a few other. They've scrapped all those things in the name of, but they brought in the Dumso levy. And they tell us ECG is doing well. They've scrapped the COVID levy, which they maintained for 1 year. I mean, when I say scrap, that's starting from 2026 because the 2026, we are almost done with 2025. So let's say they are going to scrap it, So all these things, that's why I say they reduce everything to PR. Like when the Minister of Finance was announcing the directive on buying, all schools buying local rice, local poultry product, fantastic. But we also need to be realistic. Do we have the capacity to feed basic school to secondary school with that?
So interestingly, I spoke to the Farmer Association.
The PR mode they get
and
into.
they say they have the capacity.
Yes, you have the capacity, but let's be realistic. You see, if it's a matter of, it's a plan of weaning us off it, a gradual process. But is that PR mode that they get, a directive has been given. So I was asking one of them, look, yes, it's good. It's fantastic. We need to eat what we grow. One of the things that affects us most is our over-reliance on imports. You get it? So if people will stop eating and cooking brownie way with chicken for our children, fantastic. In a way, you may not see it obviously, but all these things can do a bit to our health budget and other budgets, right? But the way they communicate some of these things is what makes it problematic. That's why I say when you reduce governance to PR, you always have to change in the goalpost. But whichever way, we wish them well. Whatever they plan to do, it goes, because at the end of the day, Ghana gains. But they should snap out of the campaign mode and get into the mode of governance and let Ghanaians get the promises that they delivered. They had a social contract with us. They had a manifesto for us. They had a youth manifesto for us. How are all those things panning out in relation to your revenue mobilization and in relation to what you're doing? You can't just keep everything at expenditure and mopping up money from the system and all that. Yes, now we talk about single-digit inflation, which is not the first anyway, but it's good. All the indices are showing good levels. But when you also look at it, yes, we have single-digit inflation, but how are food prices being? I was talking to one of my sisters, and she was like, now even when you buy the rice and you cook it, it doesn't expand, it doesn't swell much, you know. So it's all these things. It's the reality against the plan. Well, that's what she said. That's how difficult it's become. Because even though we have single-digit inflation, it's not showing in the prices in our market. You get it? Because there's a lot of mop-up that has been done of over 60 billion or 60 million that has gone into people purchasing investment bonds and all those things. So yes, single-digit inflation, but is it showing? The water that you are buying. I watched the video yesterday. There was this event that was held at UCC, and a young man asked one of the government representatives there, that you're telling me single-digit inflation. When inflation was 20-something%, he said what? He used to buy Belacqua Active for, I think, 5 cedis or so. Now he's buying that Belacqua Active for 6 cedis, and you are telling him inflation is low. So some of these explanations and realities must be made better. So they should snap out of the campaign mode and quit the promises. They're supposed to deliver. 1 year is gone. They have 3 years left. Whatever Ghanaians decide in 2028, that's another history. But you have a 4-year mandate to deliver on the promises you made. Because when you were putting that manifesto together, you knew you had a 4-year mandate. When you were putting your social contract together, you knew you had a 4-year mandate. When you were putting the youth manifesto together, you knew you have a 4-year mandate. So let us see deliverables, enough of the promises. Time no day.
So let me answer what Lola.
I know you have some answers, but let me take a break. But before that, let me tell you about the biggest culinary explosion in December. It's happening at the Ghat Park at the Crown Mall on 13th of December 2025. It's an Asanka affair presented by Oseko Medianipa in partnership with the EIB network. It's not just a food festival, it is a cultural explosion. Tickets are selling fast, so visit www.eduanipa.com or just simply dial *714*703# *714*703# on all networks, and then you can purchase your tickets. Tell a friend to tell another friend that it is Fufu on a Park 2025. Now, for those of you who are suffering from diseases like diabetes, stroke, and other ailments, I have some good news for you. The Roman Rich Chinese Clinic has effective treatment and management for conditions like stroke, heart disease, diabetes, spine, liver, and kidney problems. They are located opposite the Indian High Commission at Ridge here in Accra. You can call them on 0546 450672, 0546 450672, or 0556 121863, 0556 121863. They work from Monday through till Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. On weekends, they are open from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. So if you know anybody, or even if you are suffering from such conditions, just visit the Roman Ridge Traditional Chinese Clinic. Now, changing your baby's diapers regularly, especially after they poop, or every 2 to 3 hours for newborns, helps helps prevent rashes. Always wipe from front to back, especially for your baby girls. Clean gently with water or mild baby wipes and allow the area to air dry before putting on a fresh diaper. Wear your baby in Flora Kids baby diapers. They keep your little one dry and comfortable for longer. Flora Kids baby diapers are highly absorbent. They are gentle on your baby's delicate skin and can keep your baby dry for up to 12 hours. If you are interested in being a distributor, you can call the numbers 0243 033 033 0243 033 033 today. My name is Lily Mohammed. I'm back after this video. Stay with me. support you. You're welcome back to the show. This is still GH today and still the breakfast review. My guests are still here, Loratu Musasaka and Vivian Owusu-Asante. Vivian, you wanted to make a quick rebuttal before the break here.
To make Loratu aware that there's always a start point. We all know that when the free SHS policy started, that we as a country, we didn't have the capacity. But at least there was a turning point. So they should give us time. You cannot just establish a bank without putting up structures. That is why we said, let us start with this 24-hour markets, because all these banks, the women bank, will be, cited there. So how can you say you are just starting something because it's a flagship program? We just want to have it right. We want to sustain the project. So they should give us time. As President Mohammed said, he will deliver. It is part of the reset agenda, and we are on course. And she mentioned inflation. Prices of food has been stabilized. So I'm surprised she's saying that. I am really surprised. Belakwa was bought at 6 cities in 2024. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. President Mahama have women at heart. Recently, President went to China, and out of his visit, we are getting, a market at Aflao, which would, cater for the Eastern Corridor Enclave. There's going to be an establishment of this, the Crofrom Market, all in the name of doing something, empowering women. Because market women, they were happy when the vice president went there. Because they said all they need is the market. Because when they get the market, they can go there, sell, and get money. With this, just ended budget. Everything was just about women. Talk less about the Ejumawura project. A chunk of the registrants were women. So President Mahama really, he has women at heart, because we have a testament, which is our vice president being a woman. So my sister, if you want to talk about a government who has women at heart, you cannot take NDC off. They should give us time. We are just 10 months in government. 2026, they should give us time. We will deliver. We will deliver for them. They will see the 24-hour being in operation. They will see the Women Development Bank being in operation. So it's just a matter of time. Okay. We need time to put in the structures so that we can kickstart.
Loratu, you have anything to say? If not,
Vivian is still in the campaign mode, giving time.
I am not.
This is the second term of His Excellency the President. You had a manifesto. That's why the question I always ask. So when you were putting the manifesto together, how much time did you think you had? What was the thinking behind it? That now you are coming to talk about we need to put structures in place 1 year after being in government. I don't think it's good enough. They should snap out of it. Look, if they do well, government benefits. That's why we are all talking about it and urging them to do what they promised to do. Because the ultimate beneficiary is Ghana and the people of Ghana. Sure. I'm a woman. If things are going on well for all these domestic violence we are talking about, it's because of the number of empowered women. If women are empowered enough, they are financially empowered, economically empowered, some of these things will reduce. That's why I keep saying that some of these things, you may not see that directly, but they also have impact on other budgets that have no direct link to them. If a woman is well empowered, they take preventive measures even before, with respect to health and other things. The kind of things they do, the kind of interventions they will bring in, it's all adds up to the development of this country. So great. Anything to push women, great, but do it after 1 year. If you are still saying we have to put structures in place, that's a bit worrying because you are not fresh in government. This is the president's second term, and I think they can do better.
And we are just 10 months in government.
It's not just; it's a lot. 10 months is a lot. Even if it was a pregnancy, you'd have delivered by now.
the implementation of the Women's Bank without the structures.
Okay. So what have you done?
That is what we have done. Something.
What have you done?
That's what she's telling you, that the structures are.
Yeah, what structures? What have they put in place?
We have been able to establish the technical team, which is undergoing the preparatory stage of the whole implementation. It's part of it.
Okay.
You cannot just roll out something.
Lily, that's why I said. Sorry,
assessing and evaluating it. So, my sister,
so
don't
so
panic
Vivian,
at all.
So Vivian, no, why should I panic?
Hold on, Laura.
And trust me, you will be the first applicant to be given loan from the
She's giving you a special dispensation.
Just establish something and empower other women.
Vivian.
Yes, my
sister.
If
you are still, after 10 months, you're still talking about technical groups. So what went into the thinking and promising of this bank and the other policies? That what went into it? If you're not talking about
why she has been in the financial space
all we are saying
for over a decade.
All we are saying is, and that's why I said that the way the world is now, you don't need to reinvent the wheel, right? I mean, yes, the focus is on women, but there are banks in this country. It's not like it's an initiative that you are starting from scratch. Even the 24-hour economy, all that they said was pushing the 133, but 24-hour economy is not an innovation. It was going on. It's going on in other. But remember when we even pushed, at a point they said it's not compulsory. At a point they said they were going to leverage on the private sector. At a point we were reduced to WACHE and all those things, But you are in government. There's no campaign after election. Let's see deliverables. Don't say 10 months is not. 10 months is what? It's more than 2 quarters, right? Sister, you've read a budget that is almost going on. You have read another budget, right? By mid-year 2020, hopefully we'll see. We'll still be hearing we are putting structures in place and we are putting technical. This is your second term of the president. Please, let's not bring it there. Yes, we'll ask and all those things, right? The fact that you made that promise alone, some conceptualization would have gone in, some planning would have gone in. So you made that promise without knowing how to execute them. That's why I keep saying that your flagships are your priorities. And I'll use free SHS. Yes, it didn't start as it is now, but because it was a flagship and it was a priority, and that was new. Okay, you get it. So sometimes don't snap out of the campaign mood and give us deliverables.
It has been budgeted for. Like I said, the 24-hour. We want to establish the markets so that when we have the clinics and the other day care schools in place, we can have the 133 formation there. Okay. Because if you are to access healthcare, you wouldn't rush for the evening or afternoon session, because there is a system put in place that you can now access healthcare with doctors and nurses in place, not only on an emergency that you go to the hospital at night and you have to wait for them to call or fall on a doctor to come. It will be in place. So you see, there are some projects that we don't have to rush. With the bank, we need to go under all the regulations till we come to the final stage. So, Laura, what I'm saying is, don't rush.
Vivian, it's not about me. It's about you delivering on your promises.
We will deliver. Laura, she's assuring that 2026, we're just a month away.
That's why I say it's not about me, but she shouldn't say they've just been in power for 10 months. 10 months is not just.
We have started something. When you go to the districts,
we're in fourth quarter.
The district capitals, they've started with a 24-hour markets. Yes, some of them, they have started. And they've given a timeline to ensure its completion. So give us time. We will deliver.
So
we are
the 24-hour markets is what's going to fulfill the 133.
Because it will also take care of some aspect, because we'll be having some structures in place.
Oh, so
like
now
you
are realigning your promises.
We can employ more doctors and nurses. Even not to employ. We have some people that they have completed since 2021 and they haven't been posted. We can post all these people there. Talk about the security services. Now we are doing some recruitment. We can, deploy them to all these places. And, it will help break the gap of this unemployment. So it's just a matter of time.
Time no day.
And definitely we are going to deliver. Trust President Mohammed.
Talking about deliverables, this is not part of my topic, but I wanted to, since you are here, with regards to Maslock, I know that you're trying to retrieve some vehicles. How far are we on that?
We're still on course, like I said. We are doing quite good.
How many, on the top of your head, are you able to tell us how many vehicles? Because there was a whole lot of retrieval of vehicles and with some persons. How many have you been able to retrieve so far?
So far, we've been able to repossess quite a number across the country. Because they were not only in Accra. We had some in the northern regions and. So when the difficulty is some are hiding the vehicles. We have some with trackers. They've been able their own way to dismantle the trackers, but we are doing our best to retrieve them. Not long ago.
But in your data, how many are out there? What did you inherit, and where are we?
Lily, I don't want to speak to this. There are some things my boss has to initiate, but they were quite a number. They were quite a number, and we have all the data. We have
5,000, 10,000.
Oh, not close.
Not close.
So
in the thousands and 2,000s.
Yes. So we have our data. So we have started. We do the usual callings. We do the usual repossessed. I mean, when you don't pay and we see the vehicle, we just have to impound on it, take it to the office. We give you some, 2 weeks moratorium. If you are able to come and, settle your score, it will be released. If not, then we have to take the necessary, action. So we are doing quite well. I believe my boss will be on air to give an update because previously she said we have been able to recover about 9 million, which now we are doing more than that. So she will speak to that.
So if previously 9 million, can you give us a range?
She will speak to that.
But you are the deputy CEO.
No,
yes,
but
I am the deputy.
Vivian, this is worrying.
I am the deputy, but you see,
this is worrying.
Because I am not here to do mass luck business, I don't want to.
Oh, but
I believe we are doing more than 12 million.
Okay, yes, more than 12 million. So let's say around 13 million. Within that range.
Within the range.
So over 12 million recovered so far.
Yes.
Okay.
No, but Lily, last time, it gets worrying. You see, once you get into public service, you are the people's employee, right? So the fact that you're coming here and you are coming as a deputy CEO, I think you shouldn't shy away from there but you need to take this. The next time you're on set, you need to discuss some of these things with your boss because you are the people's employee. They can ask you questions and they sit here and ask questions on behalf of the people of Ghana.
Oh, I
think it gets worrying when
I'm in charge of operations.
Exactly, and that's the worrying part of it.
You're shying away. You say your boss is not giving you clearance. Is that it?
No, it's not about that. My boss is aware I'm coming here. But
no, I mean clearance to speak to the issues.
You see, she's the
CEO.
In
the media.
I'm just the deputy.
It's in the media.
So she has to give me the approval to talk about this issue or no. So I don't want to override my bosses. Maybe I may say something which may not be in line with our mandate. So kindly permit me. But anytime you have an issue or a topic on Maslock and you want us to delve into, I am ever ready to do it.
Okay.
Maybe, and I can agree with you that there are certain things that, because they are levels, you are the deputy. But I think when it comes to the general operations of Maslock, it shouldn't be. Because if Maslock is bringing up something that is still maybe at the board level, obviously you can't talk about them. But for these things that are already in the media space, it helps to clarify some of them.
That
you are not concrete. You're giving me ranges.
Yeah. Because the number keeps changing. Because even as of yesterday, we were able to retrieve some, and I haven't been to the office this morning, so I need to get the update.
But as of 2 days ago, the number you have is hovering around 12 million.
Yes.
Okay. Let's talk about the GRA SML scandal, the Office of the Special Prosecutor says it's been able to secure charges for Ken Ofori-Atta and others, 78 counts, including causing financial loss to the state, corruption and corruption-related offences. And I have had commentary from some lawyers on the back of this, that the OSP has no mandate in charging people with costs and financial loss to the state. That is the preserve of the Attorney General. Is the OSP throwing dust in our eyes?
Well, Lily.
From where you sit as government, does it appear that the OSP is just throwing dust in our eyes?
Yeah, from where I sit, I think this whole brouhaha has started somewhere where Manasseh Azuri did the discovery. And later the OSP took charge. We've been hearing a whole lot of stories around this issue. And now, officially, he says he comes out with a charge that these are the culprits, and with a sum amount of over 1.4 billion. So for me, once the OSP has charged the former finance minister and 8 others, it will be in the interest to, not to talk too much about this. I believe he knows what he is doing. Officially, the AG would also have to present his docket. And all these corporates will also have their day in court. So let's just wait for the legal processes to have its course. They will present their evidences. I believe either the OSP or the AG will also have his docket with some evidences. Then they take it upon themselves. Whatever comes out, we will just accept it. But this oral thing started some time ago, and we know people really did some things, and I believe the OSP will not just come out with such an allegation. That is why I said, since they have been charged, I personally don't want to talk much about it. It will be taken to court. They will have their day, make their presentation. At the end of it, we will know where the results will be, and we as an NDC, we will not shout any bad doings of either the previous or we in government act. So we are ever ready to prosecute people who fall short. If you're a corporate and it is alleged that you were involved in this act and you are being taken to court and you found culpable, the law will deal with you. That is why we have state institutions in place. They are to take the lead and prosecute them. They have been charged now, I believe, and the processes will take its course. So let's just see what comes out of it.
Really? So, when I saw the reportage yesterday, one thing that crossed my mind was, so the OSP could charge Mr. Ofori-Atta without him being in this country. So what was the razzmatazz all about? I think there is too much. Yes, we believe in rule of law. We believe in accountability. We believe that anybody who has shortchanged this country must face the law. But is this the best approach to some of these things? I think the noise is too much, and the OSP needs to reconsider his approaches to some of these things. Yes, they've been charged, but charges are not convictions.
Sure.
Right. SML has been audited. Even GRA gave a verdict on them on doing a very good job with regards to what they were mandated to do. But at the end of the day, it comes to what? Rule of law. It comes to the courts and all those things. So I think that he needs to really look at his approach. But as for that, I don't know whether it's an ego fight or whatever, mandate fight or whatever fight, to put that in context between the OSP and the Attorney General. The earlier they sort it out, the better for this country. Because at the end of the day, what are we looking for? The OSP's office is the creation of the Akufo-Addo administration.
True.
We believe in rule of law. We believe in accountability. And we believe in the fight against corruption. Right. So the earlier they realize that they're on the same side, they're on the side of the interest of the people of Ghana. Because at the end of the day, whatever finances, whatever is being alleged to have been done is the money of the people of Ghana. It's not any individual's money. So the earlier they put their whatever egos or differences or whatever is causing this disagreement and who has to do what, who doesn't have to do what, the better for all of us. Let's all focus. But Vivian saying that they will not leave any previous people who have been charged out is a bit difficult to understand.
They will not shield theirs as well.
Yes, they will not shield previous ones. But the AG has withdrawn all the cases against NDC appointees in the past, even before pursuing MPP appointees. So we believe in rule of law. But it should be done with that, without that political bias. Accountability must be equal. It must be fair. And that's what we all put it. That's why we keep saying, I mean, nobody there. The former president himself has said that if you are asked to come and account for something, go and do it. And that is the mark of the kind of person who created the OSP's office. So all this media trial, all these razzmatazz, they should spare us and focus on what they are supposed to do in the best interest of the country.
Is the OSP pretending to fight corruption?
He's the only one who can answer that question. I just think the noise is too much. Now you've come out with 78 charges. Most of them are one-sided charges. But like I said, charges are not convictions. They'll have their day in court. I think SML even petitioned Shrad.
Yeah, the OSP is abusing their powers.
It's too much. I mean, the kind of things you hear. I mean, I heard one that they had called a media house and panelists and all that. I mean, some of these things. What's the interest of it to the bigger goal of the interest of the Ghanaian? I think the noise is too much. Also, he pretending to fight corruption or not fighting corruption, he's the only one that can answer that question. And how he can answer the question is his outputs based on the resources that he's being given. The noise is too much. I think it doesn't augur well for the interest of this country.
Vivian, let me ask you this. Do you think the OSP has outlived its usefulness?
Well, with some cases, I believe he has. But, you know, recently, lawyer Pebu mentioned his inefficiency. But in the wisdom of the president, I know he will come up with something. But for me, that is his duty. So if he thinks somebody is a culprit and has to bring the person to book and you are in disagreement with the person, then you have to prove it. But for now, I cannot say anything much to that. That is his work. So if we see his inefficiency with the cases he has been bringing out, then maybe a decision has to be taken, and which I believe in no time, a decision will be taken. So if he is also listening, I believe he should also redeem his image from what people have been speculating, because I am not there with him, so I cannot speak to that. But like I said, that is his job. That is his duty to do. He is responsible for that. So he says he has gone through all these cases and he thinks these people are culpable and they have to be brought to book. Some also disagree. So if you disagree, then you have to prove it and make your way. On his responsibilities, I believe decisions will be taken on.
Okay. All right, ladies. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lily.
It's been awesome having the two of you this morning. That's Vivian Osuah-Santos. She's Deputy CEO of Maslog in charge of operations. Loratu Musasaka is a member of the NPP communications team. How is the campaign going? I believe you are.
So far, so good.
You're Dr. Baumia.
I mean, anybody who understands where we are as a party and the forward march of the party, I think, is the candidates that we must take for the next election.
And so you are hopeful that by January 31.
But I also believe that we can do our campaign in a very decorous manner, devoid of insults, because after 31st January, we need to come together as a unit,
a party to build,
and face the NDC who is still in the campaign mode. So we need to come together and always remember that at the end of the day, we are going to rally behind the elephant and the colors of our party, the values, what we believe in. And we are not a party.
When the elephant has fallen down.
We are the party.
They say your elephant has fallen down.
It's a matter of perception. You know how you can see the glass half full or half empty. It's a perception. But we know that, we are still there. Competitions come with their own thing, but we all need to make that conscious effort to put the party first, and most importantly, what we can do for the people of Ghana first, because nobody is going to vote for a house that is divided, and we need everybody on board for the 2028 campaign. So we need to go about our campaigns.
Is the NDC also starting a subtle campaign? There are some notable faces with names being bandied about.
Oh, you see, it's normal, but we haven't officially started. But definitely we will get there. It is too early to.
By 2026,
they've started a pseudo campaign.
We're going to see the campaigns take form and shape.
Definitely, because we will start unlike the MPP, where they are starting from the up to the down. We will start from the down.
The bottom up.
The bottom up, which is the best. So we start from our pulling all the branch elections. We get to the constituency, come through the regional, national. Then we talk about.
Is it really a top down? Isn't it just a detour?
Lily, I said it's a matter of perception. You know how opponents are. You can even be walking on water. They will say you are what? Producing dust. So that's Vivian's. But the question I wanted to ask is that, Vivian said they've been only 10 months in. Isn't it strange that 10 months in an administration, you have a whole chief of staff, a whole party chairman, and key government appointees wanting to take over?
But how do you determine? How do you determine?
Exactly. Have they come to
don't let us pretend.
Government business.
Don't let us pretend.
Don't let us pretend. Maybe there's something
don't let us pretend.
Yes,
don't let us
she has to tell us.
The chief of staff is walking. The chairman is thanking walking. The chairman is thanking people even after thanking people. And he started when the chief of staff. The vice president is visiting markets. There are a number of them.
So you don't want the vice president to work?
We are all in this game. They can pretend. They can pretend that nothing is happening. But when push comes to shove, we'll know what the difference is. She can pretend it's nice. That's what she's supposed to do. She's supposed to protect their image. But we thought, and at the highest decision-making of our party, we thought, based on the research and the other observations that have been made, the best thing to do is have a flag bearer before going through the other processes. So whichever way they want to see, they want to see it. Yeah, if we wanted to favor a candidate, we've never enthroned a candidate. The NDC has done it not once and not twice. The NDC has had what? How many people? How many parties form out of them? Their former chairman? You remember? Was it Tamale or Koforidua that they went to beat people with horse canes and all that? They are still even saying they are in pole position to continue managing this country and win an election. How much more us? Yes, elections come with its own thing. Yes, at West, they beat people with whips and all that. People leave.
Of what you are going through.
People leave. You get it. So we can only wish them well. They can pretend that in less than a year into an administration, the chairman, the chief of staff, and key government functionaries want the president out already. They can pretend about it, but the people.
That is what you say. Yeah.
31st January will come out with a flag bearer. Like I said, anybody who understands the dynamics and where the party is now knows the candidate that can lead us and lead us well into the 2028. still, we have started what we are doing. We are waiting for them to polish it.
Interesting. Well, the NDC says they will get there. We're hoping to see who comes forth to lead the NDC for the 2028 general elections. The NPP already there are campaigns going on, and on January 31 we will know whether Rebecca 9 pet, whether people will be connected, whether the rich people will also take over. January 31 will decide. My name is Lily Mohammed. Thank you very much. But if you're a lover of authentic jewelry, let me give you my plug. Pure Ghanaian gold crafted into eternal elegance from the heart of our soil to the soul of your style. Gold ball jewelry weaves heritage artistry with modern luxury. Every piece whispers stories of tradition, beauty, and unmatched excellence. The key message from gold ball jewelry that they're telling you is that for gold ball jewelry, they are pure, they are locally sourced Ghanaian gold. Artistry that honors heritage while embracing contemporary luxury. And what you also get is timeless pieces designed to elevate every moment of your style. There are showrooms dotted across the nook and cranny of this country. If you live in Accra at Kimbu, at the Diamond House, the number to call them is 0555-810-005, 0555-810-005. If you live around the Osu Enclave cantonments, they have a showroom in Osu on the Oxford Street. The number is 0556771438, 0556771438. In East Legon, they are located at the Otele Avenue. The number is 0553-163-811, 0553-163-811. On the Spintex Road, they are located at the Marina Mall. The number is 055677111414, 0556771414. If you live in Tema and its environs, they are located at Community 11. The number to reach them on is 0556771415, 0556771415. If you're in the Ashanti region, Kumasi, they have two showrooms, one located at the Ampoma Arcade and one at the Prempeh International Airport. At the Ampoma Arcade, you can reach them on 0556771416, 0556771416. At the Prempeh International Airport, the number is 0531040808. Discover the collection that marries heritage with modern luxury only at Gold Board Jewelry. My name is Lily Mohammed. I am back after this breather, and my colleague Joshua Kujumensa takes over.
Joshua Kojo Mensah. And just gone by was the breakfast review with Lily Mohammed. And now it's time to talk about young people getting into entrepreneurship and all of that, because it's been said that that is the way to go now. You need to start something and do something on your own other than just waiting to be employed. And so I have my very good friends from Startup Discovery Africa. They're joining me for a conversation this morning. And this morning we have Natasha Dazi, who is program manager, and she's here with Kobe Brent, who is head of communications and strategy. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome.
Thank you.
Kobe, nice to see you again.
You too.
Absolutely. Natasha, first time.
Yes, first time on GHOne, so it's really nice to be here.
Absolutely. But how has it been for you, Startup Discovery Africa? How has it been so far?
Oh, fantastic. We have been in the ecosystem for a little over a year.
Right.
We penetrated the African market last year around September with a groundbreaking climate champion competition, where we were able to access a good number of entrepreneurs across the country who came in to pitch their wonderful climate solutions and then receive some grants in return. It's been a great experience, especially because of our USP as an organization in bringing our global expertise, global markets, and penetrating it into the African entrepreneurial context. So
right.
It's been a fantastic
Okay, so in the scheme of things, what do you do?
Okay. All right. So I usually think about it from 2 points of views. Now, think about some of the world's pressing issues, like climate change.
Climate change.
You know, Africa contributes less than 4% to global emissions, but we are greatly affected by the impact of climate change. And narrowing it down to the most vulnerable groups, which are women, children, communities that are gravely impacted by the effects of climate change. And think about an innovation consultancy that works with both private sector and public sector to build innovation programs that help tackle these problems.
Right.
Climate change, gender inequality, technology adaptation, that's who we are.
Interesting. And looking at the 2 points she makes there, getting or realizing what the problem is and getting people who are working in the space to solve those problems. How would you say all of that plays into the African ecosystem in terms of how important that is to the continent?
I would say off the top of my head, and then looking at how our business structure is, we need to be alive as a continent for even the economy to move. And if global climate challenges are not mitigated, the continent, the world will not be alive tomorrow for us to live on it, to even think about an economy. So we are looking at it from that perspective where we are saving Africa's future today. And doing that, we are holding hands with all these innovative businesses and founders who are building scalable businesses that need the support that we have to offer to also make sure that the impact that they have on the communities are amplified. And that is what we are very, very keen on as a business.
And I've seen and heard about these various incubators and startups and all of that. What sets SD Africa apart from the others that we see?
A lot. A lot sets us apart. Even with the fact that we are very climate focused, it makes us different because there are not a lot of, in Ghana, for example, there's none. We are the only ones. But if you are looking at the broader picture in Africa, there may be some. Looking at also the fact that we are pushing for the marginalized groups, which are mostly women, to also have access to funding. Across Africa, even Ghana, we have more female entrepreneurs than men. I think it's about 70 to 30%. But then the 30% of men receive more funding than the 70% who are women. So we are also in the business of addressing this gender disparity, and that alone also makes us very different. Another thing that makes us different is how hands-on our programs are. Most incubators that I have come across so far, they are 3 months, 2 months, 4 months, but ours is almost a year long. So we are working with you, we are working with the founders and their businesses, holding hands for a very long time, and we are not leaving you to build your business alone. We are building your business with you, and that makes us very different.
Very interesting. But Natasha, I mean, since September last year till now, I'm sure that there's been some successes that you've chalked. Talk to me about the impact that you've made for a little over a year.
Okay. Maybe before I also get to that, I just want to add my voice to Kobe as well. We like to position ourselves as a venture studio in West Africa that is focusing on climate tech solutions that are impacting the lives of women.
Okay.
So you will find that most of the businesses that come through our venture studio program either have 1 or 2 or founding members being women, and beneficiaries from their product or service also tend to be largely women. So you'd have a lot of farmers, you have a lot of market women, females in general. So we are very gender focused as
right.
Another USP that sets us apart, I would say, to add on to what Kobe just said as well, is our global access. The program itself provides global market access to all the businesses on. Our facilitators are also globally, both locally and then internationally sourced. And so our program is very rich when it comes to global standardization.
Right.
And we love to stand on that, to say that if a business walks into our Venture Studio program, they would walk out having access to the globe.
Quite interesting.
Yeah.
And I hear Core 2 is about starting.
Yes.
Which businesses do qualify to be a part of it?
Okay, so this Venture Studio program is focused mainly on climate tech solutions, and so if you're a climate tech founder that has a climate tech solution, you're welcome to apply. You have to be an African. You have to have an MVP that is either validated or is in the market. You have to have a business that is registered, or you're in the process of securing your business registration.
Right.
Yes, I think they're very, very basic things for you to, and then you have to have a tech, of course. And so if you are interested, and you fall under any of the categories that I have mentioned, you're welcome to apply on social media. I think Kobe can speak more on our platforms
how
and
people
where
can
to find
exactly.
us. But
exactly.
it's very easy to get access to the program.
So again, as to the businesses that qualify, you must first have a tech.
Yes.
You must either be registered or in the process of registry.
Yes.
You must have an MVP or also in the process
of validating. Or even if you have validated, it gives you an upper hand, to be honest. Yes,
right.
If you have validated your MVP. Maybe anything something I didn't mention as well are some of the sectors. Climate change is usually multi-sectorial, so it's not one specific industry or sector that we are looking for. So
right.
Anybody in ag tech, so agricultural technology, agribusiness, food systems, transportation and logistics, renewable energy, access to clean energy. So any solution that is either mitigating or helping with adaptation of climate change, we are happy to support.
And Kobe, how do they get to apply if they tick all these boxes we've talked about this morning?
It's very simple to apply. We've made it such that you can visit our website and then apply through that portal. To also make things easier, these days everyone is on their phone. So if you go on social media, all our profiles, Startup Discovery Africa, you can click the registration link, the sign-up link, the recruitment link in our bio, and then it will take you straight to the application forms.
Right. And what is the end game for these businesses? Because people are asking, okay, so what do I get from this?
The end game is you are saving the planet. You are saving the planet.
All right, maybe let me help as well.
Right.
So we are beyond an accelerator program.
Okay.
Or we are beyond providing that programmatic tailored support. You will get access to global expertise, you will get access to mentorship, you will get access to investment to fuel growth, you would get access to product development support, you will get access to go-to-market support, etc. There is so much that our program gives to help de-risk the journey for a young entrepreneur to scale their businesses or even raise their first round of institutional funding. We have a sister company called Sahara Impact Ventures, which is a venture capital organization. And so our program provides a pipeline for Sahara Impact Ventures. So once you come through our program and after a year or two, after the program and you meet requirements of Sahara Impact Ventures, you get access to equity funding from them. During the program, you get access to line of credit support. Before the program, there are grants that come through the Climate Champion competition. And so...
I think one other thing that we usually don't talk about a lot is you get access to a community. A community of like-minded founders who are in the same business of saving the planet, saving Africa. And that alone helps with how you think. It helps with how you build. It helps with how you plan to move your business from point A to point Z. So community, we are very
important.
Yes.
Like-minded persons as well, doing great stuff where you are. Okay, so it's a Startup Discovery Africa on social media. Just check them out. But I'll take a final words. Natasha, you first.
We're calling on all founders. We are calling on all founders to visit our social media platforms or visit us on africastartupdiscoveryschool.com and apply for the program. These we are the #1 organization that is looking at closing that gap between the missing middle, where you have on one side founders that have access to all the resources to help and funds to help them scale, and then on the other side you have businesses that are usually the undervalued, that do not have access to funding, resources, expertise, etc., to help them scale. We are standing in that middle, and we want to be able to get the businesses to get to a position where they would either get access to funding to help them scale, or scalable, market scalable structures to help them, scale their business.
Absolutely. Kobe?
Right. If you're a founder and you're building something bold, something innovative, something impactful, don't do it alone. Join us to help save the planet. Join us to make your impact amplify and scale to all the communities that need your tech and your support. Apply today. Apply today, and then let's join hands to save the continent.
Absolutely. Guys, thank you so much. It's been an exciting conversation, and I'm sure that we'll come back here and talk about those who get on the program. But that's Natasha and Kobe from Startup Discovery Africa, and just visit their website as well as their social media handles and get to apply and be a part of Cohort 2. I met some members from Cohort 1. Charlie, you need to join. We'll be right back after this. Ever hit this country. In fact, I remember one thing that when the conversation started about which country to host this, we're looking at other places and then we're hearing things, and then finally we're told that Ghana is getting to host this, and so it's really exciting. But then let's get into conversation. I'm not the guest, I'm the host, by the way. But I have Ray Smith here. He's no stranger to the screens, as well as Frida Astanga, and they're talking about the Global Entrepreneurship Festival. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll start with the lady first. Frida.
Awesome.
Yes.
So the Global Entrepreneurship Festival, I mean, like I said, is going to be the biggest convocation of entrepreneurs in the country. But tell us more about it.
So the Global Entrepreneurship Festival, like you said, the biggest entrepreneurship festival that is happening in Ghana. So this year, Ghana is privileged to host it this year. Last year, it was done in Nigeria, and we had leaders from all over the world, from over 70 plus countries. So we had entrepreneurs, we had startups, we had investors, we had policymakers, government officials, all coming in for the festival. So you had it right when you said the biggest entrepreneurship festival. So it's a room where we get to connect, we get to have the access to the right people, and we get to get the right funding we need. Because at this point, entrepreneurs have to be put out there.
Absolutely. And the administration is also championing entrepreneurship, talking about the 24-hour economy, and all of these things revolves around entrepreneurship. And so who are we expecting to be a part of this?
I mean, thank you for the opportunity, and thank you to Dr. Smart Francis and the leadership across the globe, and then Chief Bolare. He's actually the country chairman, leading this biggest entrepreneurship festival happening in Ghana. I would say that Ghana is blessed, to host this amazing conference for 3 days, non-stop conversation about entrepreneurship. I like something that the president said, that this is going to reawaken the soul of Ghana, because we've been championing entrepreneurship in our own way, but to have a global event happening in Ghana, it takes us to a different level altogether. And Ghana is ready. If you are driving around La Palm Royal Beach, you could sense the spirit of entrepreneurship. You could sense the awakening of why we must champion entrepreneurship. You ask who is expected to be part of this. I mean, I'll say from the startup. I'm into startup. I started about 6 years now, celebrating 6 years. And so when the event launched in Ghana, I decided that I want to volunteer and join and build that cooperative work with other entrepreneurs, looking forward of inspiring moment, innovators, policymakers, people who are not just doing the talking, but they are acting. They are not just saying that I'll help you, but they will put the seed in your business. So from corporate Ghana, executives, policy, government, everybody is expected to be at this location for the next 3 days, Friday to Sunday.
Interesting. But Frida, talk to me about the impact we are seeking to achieve. Especially, he mentioned startups, because like I said earlier, there are a lot of young people who now want to enter into entrepreneurship. Now, everybody is doing something that has a link with entrepreneurship. So what is the impact that these SMEs, the startups, what should be the impact they should be looking forward to?
Right. So there are 3 things every startup or SME should expect: access, networking opportunity, and being in the right room. So it's all about mindset. It's all about strategic positioning. Right. So we have something like this coming into the country. This has never happened anywhere in the world. We are gathering over 10,000 people with different types of businesses. You get the right people, the access. Sometimes the room you place yourself is very important. So as a startup, as an SME, being there, you get, we also have the entrepreneurship investment pitch. So we allow startups and SMEs pitch on that day, and then they get seed funding right on the spot. So apart from
Conabra.
No, right there.
The interesting thing about this, I had, sometimes when some of these opportunities are running online, a lot of information about the event, people think that maybe they are not too sure of it. But I have had 2 of my network who just sent me their messages, email received, that they are pitching their entrepreneur ideas at the global stage. Wow. And I was really happy for them because I know them and I know how they've started with their whole entrepreneur journey. So there's a great opportunity that I await every startup, every business that want to connect. And Frida mentioned access. Yeah. I think what we need is access.
I mean,
being in
that seat, Dr. Smart sat across me, and it says entrepreneurship is the door. Access is the key.
That's the thing.
That gets you into that door.
Very true. Very true. Very true. Very true.
And that is going to be available for the young entrepreneurs, the startups, the SMEs, and even the bigger corporations, because you can think you're big, but sometimes you need to transcend where you currently are. And that is also available at this year's Global Entrepreneurship Festival.
Absolutely. Everything is available. Yes. You see, the journey of entrepreneurship, sometimes it can be lonely out there. But what this platform seeks to bring to us is that you are not alone. And that's the phrase from Dr. Smart. He said, you are not alone. Right. Meaning that if we put our heads together, we'll be able to challenge every mountain that faces us as entrepreneurs. And that's why this particular program is important. See, if you haven't visited our website, as we are talking to you right now, just log on to the Global Entrepreneurship Festival. You will see every outline of program. The 3 days back to back, we're actually doing 12 program lineup. 12 program for the 3 days.
Yes.
I'm telling you. Yes. And Frida will take you through that.
Exactly. Frida, talk to me about it, because I'm sure the young entrepreneurs listening now are like, Charlie, give me the details,
So this event is just not the usual corporate conference. Everyone is like, oh, I've been going for conferences, so what's special about this? But this mixes, this is a mixture of fun, innovation, and networking. So it's business and then entertainment mixed. Right. So we have the conferences, we have the pitching session, we have a deal room where you can come in and strike some deals and close some deals. Last year, a lot of deals were closed. We have the closing concert. So this one is the interesting one. So we have DJs from all over the world coming to battle for the best DJ award. So this is not the usual concert we usually see. And then we have fashion show, we have arts and exhibition, we have Women's Congress, a leadership forum, and the awards gala. So the awards gala is actually hosted by the President of Ghana.
Oh, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. So the kind of people that you are going to meet at the event, very high-level people, and they are coming from different parts of the world. Right. So you get the opportunity to see how businesses operate, their understanding into different markets and access into different markets. So if you're a business and you are coming there, you could be thinking of franchise, and it's not just Ghana. You could have a partner in Nigeria or South Africa also.
So when is it happening? Where is it happening? And how can people get to be a part of this?
See, if you are in Ghana, you know, La Palm Royal Beach is the location.
It's just here?
Yes, yeah. 21st to 23rd.
Right.
Friday to Sunday. Now, what makes this quite exciting is that even your Sunday is locked with another activity. You know, that's the Kingdom Business Summit. So if you are thinking of maybe Sunday, I have to go to church, we are connecting the room. Business owners, you know, who are Christians, who are also looking for opportunity to connect with other faith and believing enterprises and see how best they can support them. So your Sunday is not lost at all. There's packed event. Then the evening, the biggest, you know, concert to close, you know, us, you know. So if you are watching us and you are thinking of how do I participate in this, you know, log on to our website, Global Entrepreneurship Festival, or you can reach us on our numbers. We'll put the numbers out there. And listen, we've opened up a big opportunity. We have the trade, fair, and exhibition. So you're thinking of how do I connect with this 10,000 people coming? If you're into business, what kind of business you are into, please connect with us. There's a room for you to showcase. There's a bit about innovation and expo. Right here in Ghana, we have companies that have created, you know, all the amazing innovation product that you can think of. They are coming to showcase it to Ghanaians and across the world. So 21st, 23rd. You know,
at La Palm.
At La Palm, Royal Beach.
A weekend you cannot miss if you are an entrepreneur or you're even aspiring or you've started something. I'll take a final words, Frida.
Okay, so just to add up, this year's theme, the AI Empowered Entrepreneur. So for every business that is moving with the world, this is the 21st century. Nothing can be done with technology. And this year's theme, the AI Empowered Entrepreneur. If you are a serious-minded business person, a corporate institution, a startup that wants to experience AI in this century, you need to be here.
Absolutely.
Yes, because it is a digital world. Things are moving very fast. You can't continue to do the old things. No. So my final words is that every entrepreneur out there, corporate, government, every institution should take advantage of this opportunity because it's the biggest, and we don't know when this will come to Ghana again.
So now that it's here, take advantage of
it. Let's take advantage of the opportunity. I think that this is a great time to be an entrepreneur, a great time to connect, have access, have exposure, the network. More importantly, the network.
Very important.
The last thing we'll say is that we are grateful to EIB Network since day one. You know that this event idea came up. EIB Network has been the backbone supporting and creating all the awareness. And so we are grateful to Chairman Bolare and the leadership of EIB Network for supporting this cause.
Absolutely.
If in case somebody want to reach out, they can actually reach out on this number 0243 024 552, and we'll assist them on any of the event that they want to be part of it, whether they want to book a ticket, any assistance that they need, they should reach out to us. 21st to 23rd November, lockdown.
La Palm.
La Palm.
So that's Raymond Smith, is sponsorship and partnership rep of the Global Entrepreneurship Festival, and Frida Mbot Astanga. She is partnerships and communications manager for the Global Entrepreneurship Festival from the 21st to the 23rd of November. Please, if you want to scale up, this is where it all starts for you. But let's do some birthdays now. Some wonderful people celebrating their birthdays today. And this one says, happy birthday, Anita Jigbodi Gafa. May the good Lord continue to bless and favor you. And it's from Lako Jabate, Irenchi, and the Dam Queens to you, Anita Jigbodi Gafa. To my precious son, God knew exactly what I needed when he gave me you. May he continue to shape you into a strong and compassionate man. Happy birthday, Prophet Obed. We love you. And it's from your mommy and your daddy to you. Happy birthday. This one says, happy birthday to you, Mrs. Na Ayele Kwote. Wishing you long life and happiness from your best friends. And so happy birthday to you, Na Ayele Kwote. Do have a wonderful, wonderful birthday. He's a senior research scientist at the Ghana Atomic Energy Commission and the manager of the Socioeconomics and Commercialization Center at the Biotechnology and Nuclear Agriculture Research Institute. You're a big man. Welcome. Doc, I hope you're doing well.
Oh, well, by God's grace.
Fantastic. So talk to me about this beautiful biochar. What is it about?
Yeah, biochar, to the layman, is just like charcoal.
Okay.
Yeah, because the process that biochar passage for it to come out, or the processing, how it's processed is just like how charcoal is processed.
Right. So basically, like biocharcoal.
Yeah. So those your viewers up there, before even I go, I have to say be up to your viewers up there.
Right.
So those of us with up there, where the word biochar sounds strange to just think like you are looking at charcoal or something like that. Yeah.
Right. And basically, what does that do?
Yeah. So, like, let's make it more practical.
Right.
Those days, down there in our villages where we do slash and burn method of farming. See, if farmers will record, they realize that where they burn and there is some form of charcoal around, when they plant, see those areas, the plant do better than where there's no. So, yeah, unknowingly, that was biochar that they were planting on unknowingly. So biochar is, like I said, it's a kind of charcoal that sort of amend soil, and that makes the soil more suitable for plant growth and development.
And over the past months, if not years, we've been talking about how illegal mining has destroyed our water bodies, it has destroyed our soil. So even persons who were growing cocoa in areas where illegal mining has taken over the place had challenges. From your perspective, scientifically, how bad has the situation been with regards to illegal mining, the metals that we are using, the chemicals used for these mining processes, and its impact on our soil and water bodies?
Yeah, so thank you very much for the question. You see, that's the word illegal mining. So we have legal,
yes,
and we have small scale. People think that when talk of small scale mining, it's illegal mining. No, we have legal small scale mining.
Absolutely.
So that's in our local days we have coined it as galamsey. Yeah. So, because it's illegal, whatever one does illegal, the person rushes to do and, use all means to achieve his or her objective. And, in the course of doing that, it brings a lot of woes. And you all bear with me how our water bodies in recent times have been contaminated as a result of illegal mining. Recently, the people, there's a dam which supplies most of the towns in and around central Aguna, Swedru, Kwenyaku, and sometimes I don't know whether Kaswa or the Yensu River, which has nothing to do with mining, was contaminated with mining activity. That is what in economics we call the negative externality, because of the activities of these miners in the other river bodies, Brim and all this, it spills over to the Yensu River. And, people down there, far away from a mining area, like Kwenyaku, why should they suffer from this activity? So that is what happens. So negative externality emanating from galamsey activity. It's not only water bodies, the land itself has been denatured, you see. And also because the land has been the topsoil, which is needed by plant for growth and development, has also been denatured. So the galamsey menace is something that should be talked about, and the problem to arrest it is needed now.
Right.
That's how come biochar comes in.
And so then I'm wondering, how does it work? How does biochar, for instance, land that has been degraded by illegal mining activities, heavy metals, because like you said, the topsoil, which is supposed to help plants grow, completely ravaged, depleted by these activities. How does biochar help?
Yeah, so the biochar comes in as soil amendment agent.
Okay.
Biochar is not a fertilizer, neither is it, but it's like when the soil is denatured or degraded, then biochar comes in, sort of create bonds between the soil particles, so that make the soil more viable for plant growth and development. So it's like a it sandwiches itself between soil particles. So that soil, for instance, if you want to actually see the effect of biochar, when you do it in the sandy soil.
Okay.
Yeah. When you apply biochar in the sand, sandy soil, they are porous, the particles are loose, but when you apply biochar, see the soil integrity is enhanced. So it gives more room for plant growth and development.
Right. And what makes biochar a better option compared to other methods that you're seeking to use to restore our lands?
Yeah, you see, biochar is prepared from disused organic material. In fact, the word biochar, to break it into two distinctions, biochar, charring of biological mass, everything organic. And it's purely waste material that is used for biochar. Unlike charcoal, where the producer, they have to go to the forest, cut the causing deforestation. This one, the disused material, waste material like corn cob, rice, let's say corn stover, rice straw, rice husk, and all those things, which are not used, which causes environmental problem, can be used for biochar preparation. And the word, like I said, is charring of biological mass. It's like the process that charcoal passes through to come out. But this one, the amount of oxygen that is needed for the masses or this biological mass to break down is reduced drastically. So it makes it recalcitrant, porous, and it accommodates a lot of things. It can form bond with this heavy metal. I think it will come there. It can also react very well with water, and it increases the residence time of whatever mineral that it bonds with, so that it makes it available when you are talking of plant, available for plant use.
So in areas where farmers are contemplating what to do, this is a very viable option that they can adopt to be able to restore the integrity of the lands for cultivation of crops.
Sharp. It's very viable because, like I said, after the farmer has harvested his maize or something and has taken the maize, the grains out, the cob, this thing, which sometimes they throw it away or become nuisance in the one, can be used to prepare biochar and applied in his farmland.
Okay. So the farmers themselves can also produce biochar.
Even the Mine Center, which is the socio-economic and commercial of biotech and nuclear, we are planning to organize a training for local farmers on how they can prepare their own biochar.
Oh, wow.
So that they will apply it. And we are targeting the mining area. You see, where this activity is causing a lot of damage. You know, the mining area, during the activity, they produce these heavy metals, lead, mercury, cadmium, arsenic, and all those things, which pollute the water that is used for irrigation or something like that. Even if it's not irrigation, those in the river basin, some of these metals are transferred from there to the crops, and they are found in the fruit. I don't know whether you are aware of the recent development or finding by EPA, where it came out that our local cocoyam leaf, which is called contumely.
We did a full report here as well on those on lead poisoning in foodstuff and that. So it's a worrying phenomenon for quite a lot of people in the country. But you talk about farmers being able to produce their own biochar. It's something that you want to take up, get the farmers to themselves be producing. What would be the advantage to those farmers?
Oh yeah, apart from, you see, first and foremost, to the farmers, like I said, biochar binds itself to any substance in solution. So those who want to practice irrigation farming, when they apply biochar, that one will enhance their productivity because the water will be more available for the plant to grow than when they do the raw distance. For instance, in the sandy soil, when the water is poured, the water is draining out. But with presence of a biochar, the biochar increases the residence time of water.
So the water is retained longer than
so
usual.
the rest you have mentioned the word the resident or the retention time for water. So that will make it available for the plant.
Right.
You know, that is the basic unit of life. Photosynthesis, water plus carbon dioxide to produce glucose and water. So that water, there's no life. Water is life.
And that's where biochar comes in.
That's where biochar comes in. Biochar comes in to trap it.
Right.
Make it more available.
Right. And so I'm just listening to this brilliant idea, and I'm asking myself, why don't we have it out there everywhere? What are the challenges limiting the blowout of the use of biochar?
You see, we just started. You know, when you go to China and this thing, it's all over. But our part of this one in Ghana here is something. It's like a novel.
Okay.
It's not. You see that you are not the first person. I went somewhere and they asked me what. I hope you understand.
Yes.
So most people are not aware. In Africa and specifically in Ghana here, it's something novel. Yeah. But over there in China, if you go to, a lot of papers have been published using biochar.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's true. Some technology can be all over somewhere, but also novel somewhere. So that is how biochar is. So we want to train farmers. So
but what support do we need to be able to basically scale up this novelty of biochar in Ghana, even though it's not new to the world?
Oh, yeah, of course. You know, nothing can be done. Said this, it it cannot be done without source of funding. The main is do this local. You know, in Ghana, most of our food basket or our GDP, where agric form part of the chunk, is produced by these local farmers, peasant farmers, small scale farmers. And, you know, they are not up to they can't fund. So if they can get this support, funding support, so that we train them. Train them. So funding to train them, so that at least if they can do their own biochar, not necessarily going to buy. You know, we have a thing to that. Somebody can take it up, produce them, sell it.
And then sell it.
The farmer too can. We have different local way of producing the biochar and the advanced way of producing the biochar. So we want to go to the local way,
so that the
farmers can do it themselves. Exactly. You harvest your corn or your maize, you can use the waste material for something.
Produce your own biochar,
environmental, yes. So it's win-win.
Nothing goes waste on the farm.
Exactly.
But Doc, long term, looking at the long term, if we are to start using biochar now, maybe scale up, so more people get to use it, in the next 10 years, what will be the impact?
Yeah, the impact will be very huge. Of course, positive impact. One thing too about biochar, you see, because of the nature of biochar, is highly recalcitrant, and it can stay in the soil for millions of years. Yeah. So as it stays, its functional property rather gets better.
Okay.
Studies have shown that. In fact, I use biochar for my PhD program. How profitable and how have applied it myself. I know what biochar is. So in the long term, huge profit, huge benefit. If we should start using biochar, especially my problem is about the mining sector.
Yes.
When you see the polluted water, the water that has turned brown, you will not like to drink it because it's not appealing. Nobody, even according to sources, the right sources and information, even if they walk through there, they get skin rashes. Yeah. So they let alone the water. But what about the one that enters the root zone and the plant takes it up and it ends up in the fruit? And they bring all the way. So we shouldn't think that we are in Accra, we are in Kumasi, we are not close to the mining system. So
not safe.
We are free. Everybody is at risk.
Right.
So we have to take it up.
Doc, thank you. Thanks so much for coming. But I think in the coming days we should have you more, have further conversations on biochar as well, because I'm really interested in it as well.
I'll be.
But thank you so much for coming. Absolutely. That's Dr. Isaac Bedu, Senior Research Scientist at the Ghana Atomic Energy Commission, and is also the manager of the Socioeconomics and Commercialization Center at the Biotechnology and Nuclear Agric Research Institute, talking to us this morning about biochar. I'm sure it's the first time perhaps you're also hearing it, so we need to do more research about it, get to know more about it, and then also help to be able to scale the use of biochar. But thank you so much for being a big part of the show this morning. Grateful for your company as always. I am Joshua Kujomensa. Do have a lovely morning.